Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders from across the globe, and welcome to the 1677th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni. Sometimes we talk about long-term here, and maybe we'll get a little bit of that this evening. But we've got some short-term trading for you and a little bit of long-term coming at you on a Sunday night for trading, Sunday through Monday. That would be September 25th, 2017. Traders, if you don't know this, you probably haven't traded yet, because if you have traded, you've already felt this. But futures trading is extremely risky, causes, I don't know what to call it. Forget about substantial financial loss. If you do this wrong, you can get wiped out like that. So please be careful. Know the risks. Put your stops in. Put them in first, and don't worry about slippage. I'm telling you, put those stops in. I started in this business in 1982 with about 10,000 other people down on the trading floor. I don't know if I can count on one hand how many of them survived. I am telling you now, put your stops in. It's very difficult to get to this spot many years down the road if you're not putting in stops. Put them in. Let's get moving. Traders, don't trade alone. Come join me at livewithoscar.com in my live trading room. And I'll tell you right now, if the crap hits the fan, there's nobody like me. Ask anyone who's been around for the last 10 years watching the Omni. When the markets get crazy, the Omni's the place to be. You come hang out with me in that free chat room. Now, Red Omni starts the week off Sunday through Monday, emini, S&P, NASDAQ, and Amazon. Interesting. Emini, S&P, NASDAQ, Red Omni. Soybeans are above the 200 bar moving average right now. Now, you know I call that the fund manager's blue light special. They see the market, they see a commodities market above a 200, it makes them seem to be on the bullish side. When you see a market get below the 200, funds tend to sell that market. So we're above the 200 as of Friday in soybeans. Let's see how that goes. I'll show you the chart. And then there's this. Okay, so short-term trading, there is no one on this earth that's going to be right every day, right? I mean, Omni sometimes will go 45, 47, 50 days winning, but it can't win all the time because short-term trading by nature, you've got to have a lot of wins and not so many losses, and at the end of the year, you usually can do all right. But longer-term trading is something that we handle here, and I will say this. When Omni makes its long-term trading predictions, like something for a year, I can't recall 3 times being wrong in 10 years on a long-term call. I know I've got OMNIX who've been watching these videos for 10 years. You can easily attest to that. When Omni makes its year-end calls, it has been spectacular. When Omni called the top in crude, it was spectacular. When Omni called the bottom in gold, and in fact the top in gold around 1700, it was spectacular. But these are big long-term calls, right? So in the last week of July, this is now third week in September, or second week, third week in September, I came in front of this video camera with a chart of Amazon, and I said, I am telling you right now, Amazon is topping out. For whatever reason being, Amazon is topping out. Now, it may be a temporary top, but it is topping out. We've got some lower targets. So the market is starting to come down, and our first short-term target on the long-term call is 922. Now, that's not where Amazon is right now, right? It's in the 960s. So we think it can easily get there, and then we'll see what else comes after that. So longer term now, Amazon, we expect 922. Now, you have to understand, I gave this to you when Amazon had broken from 1038 on the way down. We got below 10, started trading in the 9s, and I came out and said, boom, looks to me like maybe the top is in for a while. Now we've got 922. That's almost $80 lower than where it was when we were calling the top. So let's see where that goes. Remember, that's longer term, like this 2017 projection, 2650 in the E-mini S&P. Now remember, we were like 21, 2200 when I put out that projection. Seemed crazy then. But we've been over 25 already, and we've got an entire quarter to go. So this is not crazy. You'll see. So long term, let's see what happens. Amazon short term now. We're starting off the day with a red Omni and even the S&P and NASDAQ. These days, the way it flips, I don't know if we're going to stay with the red Omni, but we're starting off red, expecting downside here, possible upside in soybeans, and Amazon is following the Omni topping call. That's pretty interesting, traders. I'm going to show you some charts in just a moment to show you why I find it very interesting. I've got 1 seat left and 3 weeks to go for OmniCamp, just under a month, so there's like 3 weeks to go. 1 open seat if you would like to learn technical analysis taught directly to you by me. This is a 4-day, 4-night grueling seminar out here in Vegas. If you think you can handle a 4-day seminar where I will teach you the Omni, we've got 1 ticket and about 3 weeks to go. So let's get you out here. Somebody give me a call, claim that last ticket. It's getting a little bit late. You got to get your reservations booked. So give me a call, 702-629-4755. Traders, let's go. Look at some charts. Traders, the business has changed. Have you noticed? We are wholly electronic now. The traders that did this for a living, they do that no more. The market has become a level playing field. What does that mean? That means that analysis today works better than it's ever worked before. Do you know how to read a chart? If you don't know how to read a chart, if you'd like to learn how to read the charts better, a graph is absolutely the roadmap to where the market is going to go next. I am dubbed the chart whisperer from all the fans that follow me. If you would like to learn how to read these charts from the chart whisperer, come on down to livewithoscar.com. Join me in my free live trading room and I'll help you have a much better understanding of how the charts work and how to call the next move going forward. Traders, the first chart I want to show you this evening is the NASDAQ daily bar. We've got a red Omni, short term of course, but red Omni for trading Sunday through Monday. Now this was previous contract highs, or it is actually all-time contract highs, 60, 25, 75 versus the decent NASDAQ contract. So I use this line across here just to let you know where it was. If you'll notice, we got up there a couple of times, never hit that line, and now we're winding back down. And Omni is red. We're below the support. We're below this weird-looking pennant flag, which could have been bullish, but we're below it. So we're going to go with the short Omni, red Omni, looking for more downside. That's your emini S&P for Sunday through Monday. And then you've got, I'm sorry, that was your NASDAQ from Sunday through Monday. Now you've got your emini S&P. Look at the same sort of action, right? We were in a nice pattern here, but we broke down from it. Maybe another day or two lower. I think if you get past this middle quadrant, you head back to the bottom. So for short-term day trading, we will be selling rallies or shorting emini S&P and NASDAQ. Soybeans now. You know, I showed you this chart about 10 days ago and said this could possibly be a shoulder and a head and another shoulder. And we were below Omni. But now we're above Omni and above the 200 bar moving average. This was a failure when it tried to get above, but when this got above, you had a little blow up. So I'd say, being that the fund managers, from the ones I know, do look at the 200 bar pretty closely, we're above it now. I say we stop buying dips in soybeans unless we head back down below the 200 on the Omni, and then we'll consider this the right shoulder of the Head and Shoulders. But for now, let's not look at that. Let's look at a market that's been very cheap and is above the 200 bar moving average for now, and we'll take it one day at a time in the soybeans. And then there's this. Traders, if you've got a big enough account to trade Amazon, we'd like to sell it for trading Sunday, Monday. If you aren't big enough to trade Amazon, don't worry about it. Neither is anyone else on the damn planet at this price. But, you know, if you're going to trade options, if you're going to do anything at all with Amazon, for now, Omni sees the downside. So right around 1038, Omni started calling my name, and about 1000, 999, I started getting copying signals. I came out and started showing that to you in the last week of July. That puts us right about here. So right around here, I started telling you I thought the top was in. Since then, we've dropped to 941, rallied, failed at the Omni, put in what could be actually a little teeny baby Head and Shoulders at the Omni, and 922 is now your target, at least short term, for what's going on in Amazon. Now, is it the top forever? Well, I don't know. Amazon is one of the biggest companies on the planet. But it's a top for now. We thought so here. We're all the way down here. You got to give the Omni credit, right? That was a very nice long-term call so far. It did this, but it's here. Let's see where it's going to go. So that's what I wanted to show you. We've got a lot of stocks coming at you this year in 2017. Let's look at Amazon Monday, and we'll warm up Monday to Tuesday with more stocks. Come join me in my free live trading room at livewithoscar.com. Traders, you've seen the charts. You've got my technical argument for why I see red OMNI, emini S&P, NASDAQ. Why soybeans, you got to watch for possible upside. The fund managers tend to love it above 200. And wow, could you imagine Amazon actually following what Omni thought was going to be a top? Remember, long-term calls. Omni's pretty damn good at this. So let's see if that continues. One thing that scares me is if Amazon's topping, wouldn't that make all the big FANG stocks start to top? Not calling that right now, but you know Amazon is, if it's topping, a little bit troublesome, but we'll take this one day at a time. Traders, remember, there's 3 weeks left, 1 seat left for my Omni camp. Call me, come on out, let's get this booked. I will see you all at livewithoscar.com. Remember, keep your emotions out of trading. One of the best things you can do, in my opinion, to help keep those emotions at bay, and believe me, I know that's not easy, but try this at least. Say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening, and you know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Rock and roll live with Oscar.com. Join me in my live trading room. Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided.